Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live video intro to Mindsight Maps. How Mindsight Maps allow us to visualize, understand, and improve our relationships, not just inside our family, but literally all of our relationships. Parents and caregivers, would you like to have more insight into yourself, empathy for others, and understanding of your family's interactions so that you can be more intentional and successful at building strong relationships in your family? Give me the next 6, 7, 8 minutes or so, and I will show you what Mindsight Maps are, what they do for us, and how to use them to improve your relationships. My name is Matt Kenyon, and I am a family relationship coach and the owner of Free Thought Coaching, where I help parents end the conflict, build happily integrated families, and foster trust. My promise is that there is always at least one strategy, tool, tip, or piece of advice that you can use right after watching my videos. So let's get into this. What are mind maps? Well, they are essentially mental representations of our mental world, the mental world of others, and our relationships. This idea was first conceived by Dr. Daniel J Siegel in his 2010 book, Mindsight, and he has since expanded upon that in his other books. His book on teens called Brainstorm, and the Pocket Guide to Interpersonal Neurobiology. So the idea here is that mind maps come from the prefrontal cortex. That's important, but we won't find out why that's so important until later. But they do. They originate right up here in the prefrontal cortex in our executive function thinking brain. All right, so there's 3 types of mind maps. There's me maps, you maps, and we maps. All right, so let's look at what each of them is and what makes them different. So me maps, the maps of ourselves, give us insight into ourself and our own working model, right? You maps, like you might have guessed, give us insight into other people and their working mental models, right? But then we maps are slightly different, and they represent our relationships. And that's because a me plus a you equals a we. And you may have noticed that my parenting method has a 3 on the end, and that is because we try and focus on 3 pieces: the me, the you, and the we. This concept comes back to the Mindsight Maps. Why are they important? Why do we care? Well, me maps, you maps, and we maps are all ways of understanding and representing our mind, those around us, and how we relate to those minds around us. It gives us useful insight and offers us understanding into the relationships in our lives and how we can work to improve them. So let's get into each one here, right? So me maps, well, they are a mental model of ourselves, and they help us bring understanding to ourselves of our own thoughts, feelings, and behavior. They give us insight or introspection into what's going on inside of us. You maps are, like you might have guessed, mental models of other people, and they bring to us understanding of others' thoughts, feelings, and behavior. And a you map is key to having empathy and compassion for others because you have that understanding. So we maps, right? We maps are mental models of our relationships, and they help us understand how we connect with and relate to other people. They help us with understanding how we connect and relate to other people, how we build strong relationships. They help us actually build those strong relationships when we use the WeMap intentionally. It can also, by using a WeMap, we can resolve conflict, we can collaborate effectively, and ultimately it brings us moral reasoning. The ultimate goal of all of this is integration. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you understand that one of the concepts that comes up in my work is this concept that integration is the pinnacle of health. And what is integration? Well, in this sense, we're talking about differentiation and linkage of parts within a system. So let's look at a family or a relationship, right? The parts are me and you. We're different. Me maps and you maps differentiate between the 2 people. But then we also have this we map, and that's where we link the 2 together through relationships. So let's keep going. We'll come back to integration. I talk about that a lot in other videos. If you'd like to know more, reach out or watch some other videos. So what keeps us from developing mental mindsight maps, and what keeps us from utilizing them in the moment? We want to utilize them and we want to have them. But really, the number one thing that keeps us from being effective with Mindsight Maps is being emotional. But why? Well, now's when we come back to the PFC. When we're emotional, our prefrontal cortex, or PFC, shuts down. We have loss of regulation because the PFC is what provides us with calm and control over the lower, more emotional brain, things like the amygdala, and in this lower portion of the brain down here, the brainstem. And so when we've lost that PFC function, we can no longer access our me map, you map, and we maps. We end up with this situation where, because we have no me map, we can't see how the situation we're in is triggering us. We just can't, because we don't have that map to look at. When we are in loss of PFC function, we don't have that U map, we can't see what is happening for the others around us in the situation, right? And when we don't have the we map, we can't see how inappropriate our own emotional parental response is in the situation. And we're doomed to make the situation worse. Instead, what I suggest is that when you feel yourself losing touch with your maps and being overly emotional, it's time to step away, calm down, take some deep breaths. I have some resources that I can share with you on how to calm down and find your inner calm. And then you consult with your maps and then come back to the conversation, calm, cool, collected, with an intentional plan. All right, so we've talked about what gets in the way, what they are. Now, how do we utilize them? First off, we want to be intentional about making Mindsight Maps. We want to spend time on introspection by doing things like maps, mindfulness, awareness practices, or time in. If you want to know more about that, I have a video last week just on maps and time in. And through this, we can build that me map, that better understanding and introspection into ourselves. We want to spend time reflecting on our interactions with other people, other individuals, so that we can build those you maps of who those people are and what do they care about and think about and feel. We also want to take note of the way that our relationships flow and in the interactions that we have, so that we can better build we maps of each of those relationships and understand how you and that other person relate and communicate. And then we focus on using the Mindsight Maps that we have and updating them as we get more information. By using the we map, we integrate our families and our relationships. By using you maps, we can better understand and connect with family members individually. And by using your me map, it will provide you with the insight into who you are, your dreams, and what your goals are. And it affords you the opportunity to intentionally be the you that you want to be. You can literally, by using your me map, discover who you are today, and then use neuroplasticity in order to be the you that you want to be, to literally rewire your brain. For now, let's go ahead and conclude today's videos with the importance of the me maps, you maps, and we map, because they're super important, because they help us to understand the world and the people around us. They help us to make sense of our experiences in our relationships and inside ourselves. And they help us to interact with ourselves and others in meaningful and intentional ways. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Start making Mindsight Maps today, because it's never too late. And as always, happy parenting. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate the love and support. Leave a comment down below with what in this video resonated with you. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit that bell icon so you can get notified when I put out a new video. It really helps get these videos out to other parents like yourselves who need them. If you would like to join my Facebook community, Connected Parenting, where I have tons of other resources and a group of parents who are dealing with the same issues you are, the link is in the description. Have a great day. Be intentional about your parenting and attempt to be the parent your kid needs today. And as always, happy parenting.